Streetz 94.5 got a special guest in the studio with me. This is my first time actually meeting this guy right here. And we were in here discussing your name, right? And Sharita said it doesn't matter like what people say, but I like to get it right. Okay. And so is it Davido or is it Davido or is it Davido? Like what is it?
Yo, so like
you gotta care.
Obviously, my name is David.
Okay.
So whichever way you call
See,
David,
there you go. No, I don't.
it is because like in like the southern part of Africa, in like South Africa, they say Davido. That's how they pronounce DA is da.
Da.
So they'll say Davido.
Davido.
French people say Davido. London, Davido.
Okay, so what does Jazzy say? What will I say? Because I want to get it right. So when they tell me his name,
say it how you say it in my dialect, which is Davido.
Davido.
No, Davido.
Davido.
No,
Do. Hey. So
basically David, but saying with an O at the end.
Okay, David. But so I heard that you were actually born in Atlanta, but you were raised in Nigeria.
Yeah, I was born in Atlanta, Northside Hospital. Crazy.
So you switching up that dialect. Let me see. Let me find out you switching up the dialect on me.
Yeah, I was born in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, but lived most of my life in Africa. My parents went to school in Atlanta. My mom graduated from Clark's, and my dad went to school in Kentucky, but my mom graduated from Clark's.
Nice.
My whole family, my oldest brother graduated from Morehouse. Mm-hmm. So this is like my second home.
Where do you feel most comfortable here?
Of course, home.
Which one? Here, Nigeria? Nigeria, okay, yeah. Nigeria.
I won't say comfortable, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a musician and I always love being in the studio. So most times, like when I'm working, I always love to be home, obviously.
Okay.
But I go back and forth. Like I have a daughter here, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like my second home, but I'm comfortable in Africa. I love Africa.
Okay.
I love being home.
But you love us too, so you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Okay. Good. I definitely got a visit one time. I was supposed to go, I think it was last year, and they changed up the COVID restrictions.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to refund our money and everything.
You definitely have to touch down, trust me. Like you never, I told anybody that comes, like for the first time, there's some kind of blessing. I'm telling you.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you, like if you come and then when you leave and when you get back here, something like a miracle will just happen.
Like what? Like tell me.
Every artist, Lil Baby, Migos, Cass. So when Migos came to Nigeria for the first time, Africa for the first time, that was right before Bad and Bougie. It's crazy.
Oh.
When Lil Baby came to Nigeria, that was right before Freestyle.
Really?
So it's just like there's a blessing in that.
Something happens with some blessing, like you said, some spiritual happens.
That's what I feel.
Ooh, I'm gonna take a visit.
So yeah, you need to come.
I need to come. I heard it's beautiful too. So I definitely want to go back home. This is home. But
it's just good to see because like me, I've lived in both worlds. I've lived in Nigeria, I've lived in America. So I know that people are really not educated on what Africa is really, really like. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the difference? What do you think like the big difference between America and
everywhere
Africa?
has its bad parts, everywhere has its good parts.
Yeah.
Obviously, like what you see, the definition of Africa, what they show. But definitely, I'll show you somewhere right now in Lagos. You'll be like, yo, is that LA?
Beautiful.
I'm telling you. So like, it's good to like know and go and experience that. Everywhere has its bad parts and its good parts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to HBCU college. So I remember landing, being like, first of all, I went to school in Alabama.
See, Alabama. See, look at that. Huntsville. Oh, wow.
Huntsville.
Okay.
So that's you know how Huntsville is.
Yes.
So for me to not only be a Black American, but for me to be African, and them just asking like, well, how'd you get here? I'm like, what? like
how they ask you, how did you get here?
Saying, but you're not educated. Like this is like almost 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So it's different now. We have social media and stuff.
And the music and the culture is
changing.
Yeah.
Right now, you tell them, where you from? Nigeria. Like, oh, I love the music. I love Nigerian music. I love the food. I love the fashion, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So the narrative is changing. And it's like, it's dope to see.
It is really dope because you guys, it's kind of like, I don't want to say you guys, I said my people. You know what I'm saying? I say my people. I think a lot of times we divide the culture a lot. Well, I mean, it is a cultural difference, but I think we divide it a lot because they're from there and we're from here, so we're American. And I've ran into, you know, some people that would say, "Oh, y'all Americans, y'all spoiled over there," and I'm just like, we all in this thing together, are we not?
For sure.
Are we not? Or yes? Yes,
of course
no, what?
We are. Like with me, like if I ask you, like there's this thing, like if I ask you, where you from? Like I'm asking you now, where you from?
I'm from Georgia, Atlanta.
You say that because you was born here, right?
Yeah.
Where your parents from?
They're from here.
Like if your parents were like
they're from Atlanta.
It's the thing here. Like if your parents are Nigerian, and I ask you where you from, you say you're from Atlanta, but I ask you where your parents from. You're like, oh, my parents are Nigerian. But back home, wherever your parents are from, that's where you're from.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So even people argue with me like, you're Black American. I'm like, yeah, but I'm Nigerian.
But
you understand?
Okay, so I see where it would cause like controversy. You're like, oh, well, you're Black and you're in America and you were born in Atlanta.
Like sometimes like some publications would be like, oh, Nigerian American superstar, Davido, blah blah blah.
You don't like that?
No, I don't. Of course, I'm American.
Oh.
What? I love my blue passport. Don't play with me. But some fans would be like, no, he's Nigerian. Do you understand? Because like that's how we think. Wherever your parents are from, wherever your lineage is from, like that's where you're predominantly from.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get an understanding. I want to be more educated.
But, I mean, everything is coming together now, so it's easier to explain.
It is.
You know, rather than like before. Now it's like you have people searching up where they're from.
Right.
Like Drake the other day, I think he says Nigeria.
Now he said he did the ancestry thing. I think his dad. But do you claim him as a Nigerian or no?
If he wants to be Nigerian, he's welcome.
I got you. So listen, you are a busy guy. You're definitely doing your thing. Of course, I absolutely love your music.
Thank you.
I was not hip to the Nigerian music before it popped into our culture. And I was like, oh, man, I love the Wiz Kids. I love Tiff. So, you know, that's in my playlist right now. So what else do you have going on? I know you're coming back in Atlanta. You have a tour.
Yeah, July. We're doing 5 arenas.
5 arenas.
Yeah, back-to-back 5 arenas. And then we end with a festival I'm starting every year in Atlanta.
Really?
Yes.
When? In July too?
Yes. No, in September, in November.
November, okay.
It's called Away Fest, which is called Away Fest, meaning Are We African Yet Festival. So it's going to be a yearly first festival in Atlanta. You know, because I feel like, you know, this is home. So I feel like, why isn't there something I should do every year? Do you understand? Like, I'm basically like from here. So
to represent the culture and both.
Like, also give like the artists back home, like every year, I want to bring like the hottest artists, you know, bring them to America and then let them perform. But it's going to be a great day. Not only music, you know, fashion. We're going to be showcasing. I'm going to be wearing like African clothes.
What? So it's going to be a whole thing. Like, but you know, Atlanta, they show out for the culture. So because
November,
that's what it's about.
Away Fest is going to be a yearly thing. We like 60%. So we were actually already sold out.
What?
You know,
seriously?
Yeah. So we moved it a year. So we like 60% sold out.
Who are some of the artists that you bringing? Can you tell me that?
Kiss Daniel.
Okay.
Victoni.
Okay. Soweto. That's it, right? Okay, I said it right. Okay.
Victoni. It's the whole list.
So if you need to find out, then just go to the website.
It's a whole list, but like we're gonna be adding some people definitely, and a lot of surprises too. You know, I have a lot of friends from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of American friends.
Yeah.
From Atlanta, so you know, we're gonna be definitely have some surprises. But yeah, I'm just happy to be able to do it. It's going to be a State Farm.
State Farm Arena, yes. That's going to be big. That's going to be huge. So congratulations on that. Early congratulations, because I already know it's going to be a huge success. So with all your busyness, how are you doing? How do you balance between taking care of yourself and staying a busy man and kids and wife? Like, how do you balance it all?
Man, sometimes you just have to like, you know the funny thing, like most times it be on the plane where like I really have time to like sit down and like
decompress.
and just, figure out whatever's going on. But, life goes fast, you know what I'm saying? Especially like in our business, especially when there's like, especially with success, it's just like, you don't have time to enjoy it, sometimes. But, these days I appreciate just being able to just wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, just being able to just wake up and just appreciate, coming after, I was on the road for 12 years nonstop. You know what I'm saying? 12 years.
Wait a minute. So
back to back.
Non-stop?
Yeah. So, sometimes I feel like a break is needed. You know what I'm saying? Step back. Especially with this album, like, you know what I'm saying? I calmed down and I listened to the music. Not that I don't have hits. I can make hits any day.
No, you got hits. You got hits.
Lot.
You got hits.
You know what I'm saying? But, with this album, we sat down and, we planned it so well. I'm 30 years old. I'm not 18-year-old Davido. You know what I'm saying? That was running around going crazy. So a lot of things we want to do, especially promoting creativity in Africa, because these people in Africa are so talented, but they don't have the opportunity to
really
showcase. So those are, one of the things that, that's like on my pinpoints right now. So with myself, my kids, my family, they understand.
They do.
They know that my daddy has to work. They know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they love my music now. And I'm like,
but the 12 years when you were on the road, like was it really hard for your spouse and your kids, and did they really understand then more than they?
Like I have two older daughters. You know what I'm saying? So like at first they're like, you know what I'm saying, like Nigeria, they'll be like, why do I see daddy's picture? Like, why do I see daddy's picture on every billboard? Like, they're confused. And then in school they get like special treatments, and then like even like one of my daughters, like I had to like go to her school because she was getting like not bullied, but like just getting like everybody just like
they hate.
Your daddy is Davido, Abby. So she was like, so she called me one day. She's like, oh daddy, I need you to go to school with me tomorrow in the morning. I'm like, okay, cool, you can do it. So I woke up in the morning. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go pick her from school. She's like, I said, Imadi, tell me the truth. What's going on?
You said, tell me the truth. What's going on? Because you know your child.
She said, okay. So there's this girl that said, she's talking. She's like, this girl said, yeah, not my daddy. Like, she's like, it's a lie. So some girl in school, in her class, she's like, it's a lie. Davido is not your dad. You're lying. Blah, blah.
Oh, so she had to pull out the receipt.
Boy. And I drove the Lambo to the school.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. Top down. When we walked in there, the whole school went crazy. Oh, I could see. Then, so we walked in the classroom. So all the kids are like, Davido. So the girl that's telling everybody, like, it's a lie. She's acting like she can't see. Then my daughter goes to her and she said, hey. Got that ass.
Oh, that had to be an amazing experience.
So I feel like things like that she'll never forget in her life.
Oh, never.
You know what I'm saying? So they understand that, I have to work. You know what I'm saying? They see me doing shows. They have their iPad, Instagram, stuff like that.
So they still see you. There's still time without,
Yeah, and it's just like when even like my wife, like when she knows that this is what this boy loves to do. That's what makes me happy. Is working, being on the road, being in the studio. So I'm sure they adjust to it.
Okay.
And everybody's enjoying the success.
Yeah, they're enjoying it. So yeah, that's what it is. So I know May is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? Yeah. And so we definitely have to talk, just a little bit about that. And I really want to see. I know you had a recent tragedy.
Yeah.
We don't have to delve into that, but I know you did. Yeah. So how are you processing that? Because I know it's still hard to try to deal with that, but you still have to make money, you still have to be on the road, you have all these obligations.
But I took a break though. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like 12 years of constant working, like no break, and then for me to sit on my butt for 6 months.
6 months.
Really reflect, like me and my wife, like really take a step back. Do you understand? And one of the things that helped me was work. You know what I'm saying? Especially music.
Yeah.
Music was a very, very important healing tool.
Healing, yeah.
Because I'm waking up, what I'm saying, knowing that, I'm used to waking up and seeing my son.
Yeah.
But this time I know he's not here, but I'm waking up being excited to create music. I'm being in another realm. And not only that, people that have gone through what I've gone through, and to see me, you know what I'm saying, be able to sit down here, talk to you, being able to get on stage, being able to go to rehearsal, being able to create music and just have a clear mind.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my wife. I'm proud of my family. And it goes with everything, my management, my producers, everybody that, you know, came together, the label, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's been supportive. So, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of you too. It doesn't deflect that it happened. You just know you're knowing how to deal with it.
Definitely.
And move on. Because I think we've all kind of like suffered some loss. And,
crazy. And like, even like with people, like even online, like I had somebody that didn't even know who I was. Like he just heard about the news. Didn't know who I was from a can of paint. But he's gone through the exact same thing.
A lot.
Yeah, and he told me something. And it's actually true. It's like the little things around you. Like, for example, like a bird might just fly on this window. And I look at it, I'm like, yo, that's my son. Like the little things around you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he told me that. So that was like kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And I've always been, and I lost my mom at 9 years old.
Yeah, I lost my mom too. Yeah.
You know, lost my best friend.
Yeah.
Lost my security, my bodyguard. So with loss, I just know that there has to be like somewhere, the heaven is real.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? There has to be somewhere that we're all going to meet again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And how I think about it too is like guardian angels. Like I say, like I always see like a red bird, so like a red cardinal. And every time like I think about them, and then I'll see a red bird just fly by. And I'm like, I know that's you. I know that's you. So there's a lot of signs that they get. But we just rest in the fact that they know that like we have guardian angels, you know what I'm saying? And that helps you, you know, move forward. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And your wife. I know she, you know, still going through it, but I'm proud of her too and how you're moving. So even more blessings coming.
Amen. Plenty blessings.
So tell me what else that you have going on.
You know, apart from the tour, you know, we're gonna do the US first, US leg, definitely.
Period. Okay.
And then we're gonna hit Europe, right? We're going to do Europe. And a lot of things coming in. We got a documentary coming.
On Netflix, I saw that.
Yeah.
So how did that deal happen? Because that is big.
It's not like set in stone yet, but, you know, we have a lot of footage. And one of my inspirations that, you know, the Kanye West documentary that I watched.
Is it going to be like that one? Or?
No, that's just one of, like, the inspirations.
But I just said that's dope. I think a lot of artists should do that.
My story is so crazy. Like, wants to, like, try and, you know, put everything in one, and it's definitely not going to be like one episode. It's going to be like
series, like different series.
Like five.
So when we getting it, when we go,
it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect.
Are you a perfectionist? What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh my God, November.
Boom.
November
21st.
Oh
last
Lord.
day.
Okay, so yeah, you are a perfectionist. All right, so you wanted to be perfect, but we are manifesting that Netflix.
Yeah, definitely, and I really want to just. To me, right now, I'm just about promoting the culture. I remember when, like, people didn't even want to say, oh, I'm African. So just being proud to just say that. And, you know, and that's what I'm doing with this festival. You know, that's what we're doing with the tour. Like this tour, like I'm wearing predominantly majority African designers. You know what I'm saying?
Nice, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With some drip. Too.
With drip, yeah, you know I know, because y'all have the drip too. Like a lot of American, I'm not gonna say a lot, but I know the circle of my friends like, oh girl, we about to go to this Nigerian party, this African party, girl. Like that's what they flock to sometimes. So, you know, I think it's gonna be huge.
I'm telling you, anytime in the club, when you just start the African music, like, I love this song.
We love it.
So the feeling is, you know, and you love it because it's natural and because you're African too.
Oh, of course we are. That's why I say like home. Like that's the second home you haven't been, but I'm going to visit.
Definitely.
Even though, you know, sometimes we don't like I try to like I go on my Apple Music and I try to look at the lyrics. I don't care. I was like, I'm still vibing. It doesn't matter. I'm still vibing. I'm going to get it one day. I promise you I am. But yeah, so what else? Any last words that you
definitely the album is out. You know what I'm saying? Doing crazy. We broke so many records that day. Most streamed African album.
Listen.
First day ever.
Listen.
Ever.
Listen. Talk
you know
talk about it.
So I'm just happy, you know, the album is doing good. You know, tour definitely going to drop a deluxe sometime later this year.
And then we'll see you in July and then again November.
Away Fest. You know what I'm saying?
Fest.
Tunde,
I need my ticket.
We have to hook them up.
Period. I'm gonna be up in there with my African drip on. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, being happy to, showcase African talent, not only for myself, but the other artists that don't have the opportunity to come to America. So that's gonna be dope. And we're gonna be doing that every year.
Nice.
And yeah, man, just keep supporting me, man.
Absolutely. We will. We're playing it heavy too. So I like to leave the show with a motivational message. So what's that one motivational message that gets you inspired? Or and that can inspire somebody else?
I mean, this is how I just live life. Like, we rise by lifting others. Like, I say that. Like, we rise by lifting others. So the more you lift other people, the more your own blessings come.
Sow sparingly, you reap sparingly.
Yes.
So plentifully,
you reap what you sow.
Listen. That's a word right there. So I'm almost afraid to say it. Davido.
Davido.
I got it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I had an amazing time. More blessings to you. Congratulations on everything. And we'll see you at the top.
Let's go.
Absolutely.